I, like I'm sure many MPs, certainly I hope the Liberals and the NDP do this, but I have what I affectionately refer to as my call list. Now, sometimes it can take some time to get through that call list because there's a whole host of people, the 110,000 or so people that I represent, that want to speak to me. And I find it incredibly important to actually speak with individuals that are
of order. The honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill. Sorry, it just...
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I'm just questioning the relevance of this speech to the motion that was put forward, which is to delete the short title of the Act. And I have a hard time trying to connect this to delete.
Obviously, the honourable member recognizes that there is some leeway during speeches. However, I do want to remind members to make sure that they are actually speaking to the bill that is before the House. So their speech should actually be in reference to that. Is there another point of order? The honourable member for New Westminster Burnaby, or he's just standing, leaving? Okay, so no, the honourable member Battle River for Crowfoot.
Madam Speaker, you know, I find it so interesting. You know, I was just talking about, as I was speaking to my constituents, and that member from Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill, that she would suggest that somehow the pain that Canadians are experiencing is not relevant to the discussion in this place. It is that ignorance, it is that truly being so utterly out of touch that it's almost difficult to find words. And why, Madam Speaker, I would suggest that she take notes when it comes to what I'm describing. And that's the actual need to speak to our constituents. The very basis of why this place exists is because we are to be representatives of the people, not elites that are imposing their vision upon a populace that don't have a say. No, Madam Speaker. Those are days gone by, and while that may be the pursuit of that member and so many members of the Liberal Party, that is an absolutely unacceptable attitude to have for a member of the House of Commons, a place where the common people should have a voice. And, Madam Speaker, I would suggest...
Order. I want to remind the honourable member, you know, his comments are actually almost speaking about the individual itself, and I just want to remind members that they should be talking. They can debate about the government policies, about the party itself, but they shouldn't be attacking individual members. So I want to caution the honourable member on some of the comments that he has made, because it's actually attacking the individual member. I'm assuming that that's what the honourable member was also getting up on the point of order at the same time that I was. So I would just caution the members to make sure that they speak to the bill, and it is pretty wide. I've just did another check on that, but I also want to remind the member that, you know, that the attack shouldn't be on individuals themselves. It should be on either the policies or the government's actions. So there you go. The honourable member for Battle River Crowfoot.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Oh, sorry, I still have a point of order. The honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill.
I would actually like to suggest that he did attack me. He was just not veering in that direction and made comments about my person and assumptions about what my motivation was. So I actually asked the Speaker to ask him to retract those statements about me.
Ask the honourable member to retract his statements.
On that point, Madam.
Sorry, I have another point of order. The honourable member for Cypress Hills Grasslands.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. On that same point, Madam Chair, I mean, my colleague is just simply pointing out the government's general disdain for the general public, right? This was not
on this here, and I want to ask the honourable. I'm going to indicate to the honourable member. I heard the comments. There was 2 of them, actually, and so I just asked the honourable member to please withdraw those comments so that he can continue on with his speech. On the point of order, the honourable member for Northumberland, Peterborough South.
I would request some clarity. I heard the comments as well. I was listening very closely, and he certainly did. He did call into the knowledge of the individual, and he used the word ignorance, which is not unparliamentary. I think you'll find the Hansard is littered with the word, and I did not hear a word that was unparliamentary. I would ask.
Yes, no, so I did catch it the first time. However, I thought that the honourable member was changing, but there was a second time as well, and so I just want to remind the honourable member, I'm asking the honourable member just to withdraw his comment so he can go on with his speech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I withdraw the comments that have caused so much offence in this place.
River Crowfoot can continue with this speech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I think that the last number of minutes is just a demonstration of the chaos and the inability for that Liberal government to accomplish anything.